So New Jersey House Rep LaMonica McIver, right there in the bright red jacket, is being charged after assaulting an ICE agent at a Newark, New Jersey ICE facility. Now, President Trump has responded, the left has responded, and I'm going to respond. Let's talk about it. How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about the Democratic House Rep from New Jersey, LaMonica McIver, facing federal charges after assaulting an ICE agent at a Newark, New Jersey ICE facility. Now, there's a lot we got to get through. I have a response from Trump. I have a response from the left featuring Peyton Manning. I mean, Rachel Maddow over on MS13 DNC. We got a lot going on. Alina Habba has responded. But first things first, let me explain to you exactly what happened here. Now, there is an ICE facility in Newark, New Jersey, and some local reps decided to go do some oversight, inspect. Really, what they were doing is just protesting, causing the scene because they are champions of illegal aliens. Imagine that. Hardworking Americans must follow the law or we get locked up, and no one will protest for us to not follow the law. However, illegal aliens, criminal aliens, or whatever, you got House reps paid for by us protesting for them. Make it make sense. Anyway, they go down there and Ross Baraka, the mayor of New Jersey, decides to join the lawmakers. Now, I guess this is overstepping his boundaries. He couldn't really do it. So he gets arrested for trespassing. Now, when that happens, LaMonica McIver wants to get into beast mode and start fighting, from what you saw in the video earlier. And that has caused her to get brought up on charges by the DOJ. Now, before we go any further into it, let's just revisit that video from the beginning, this time with sound. And of course, this video, articles, and any other video will be available for you in the box if you want to see it and hear it without my commentary. If you're on IG, Facebook, etc., visit the link in the bio, go to the corresponding article on the website. But without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it.
You cannot push me! You cannot push me! You cannot push me!
Okay, let's move it down a little bit so you're able to see this top piece. So you get the idea of what's going on. You see LaMonica right there in the bright red jacket, fighting, acting the fool, carrying on. Now, the left will say, oh, this is just them doing their oversight. This is just them doing their job. But I didn't know part of oversight was throwing bows, bogarting people out of the way. I did not know that's part of your job as a Democratic House rep in New Jersey or anywhere else in the good old US of A, whether you're Democratic, Republican, or whatever. And again, this is at an ICE facility in Newark, New Jersey. And Ross Baraka is the mayor of Newark, but not a House rep. He's just a mayor, okay? So I don't know what he was doing, just trying to join in and quote unquote protest. Now, this is a statement from Alina Habba, who is the acting U.S. attorney. Okay. Now they're going to dismiss the misdemeanor charge of trespass against Ross Baraka, as you can see right here at the very top. However, there are going to be some charges against LaMonica McIver. So it says Rep. LaMonica McIver assaulted, impeded, and interfered with law enforcement in violation of Title 18 U.S. Code Section 111A1. That conduct cannot be overlooked by the chief federal law enforcement official in the state of New Jersey, and it is my constitutional obligation to ensure that our federal law enforcement is protected when executing their duties. Okay? I persistently made efforts to address these issues without bringing criminal charges and have given Representative McIver every opportunity to come to resolution, but she has unfortunately declined. So now here we are. Now, will McIver get locked up? I don't know. That remains to be seen. But based on what I'm reading right here and based on what I saw in that video, there is grounds to go ahead and get her arrested. Now, this is Trump responding to the whole situation. Let's go ahead and watch this. Then we're going to get into Peyton Manning. Rachel Maddow's take. Check it out.
Oh, give me a break. Did you see her? She was out of control.
Did you address
those days are over.
Did
The
you
days
tell her
of
to do
woke.
that?
The days of woke. No, I didn't. The days of woke are over. That woman, I have no idea who she is. That woman was out of control. She was shoving federal agents. She was out of control. The days of that crap are over in this country. We're going to have law and order. Oh, give me a break.
Right on. Right on. So again, shout out to Trump. And before we get to Maddow, let's look at a throwback clip of McIver, Miss McIver, so you're able to see kind of, her temperament. And again, she's a New Jersey House Rep, 10th District. So her area is Newark, Orange, and Jersey City. Check it out.
We will not take this. We will fight back.
Fight back. Fight back.
And as I close out, because I know we've been out here for a long time, and God damn it, shut down the Senate. We are at war. Anytime a person can pay $250 million into a campaign and they be given full access to the Department of Treasury of the United States of America, we are at war.
So it's just political. Now let's continue.
2 weeks ago, Democratic Mayor of Newark, New Jersey, Mayor Ross Baraka, was arrested by shambolic, unprofessional, very obviously out of their depth, masked Homeland Security officers.
Shambolic? Like, come on, Rachel Maddow. Let's use, 12th grade language. Let's not use these ridiculous, obscure college words.
While the mayor was protesting outside of an ICE detention center in his city. At the time, Trump's newly appointed U.S. attorney for New Jersey charged the mayor with one count of trespassing. Tonight, that U.S. attorney, her name is Alina Habba. She's one of Trump's old defense lawyers. Before that, she represented parking garage companies. Tonight, she dropped the case against Mayor Ross Baraka, but then she brought a new charge against a Democratic member of Congress. Congresswoman LaMonica McIver was with Mayor Baraka at the ICE detention center when he was arrested. Alina Habba has now charged Congresswoman McIver with assault, claiming that she assaulted, impeded, and interfered with law enforcement at the ICE facility. Congresswoman McIver has responded with this statement, quote, "Earlier this month, I joined my colleagues to inspect the treatment of ICE detainees at Delaney Hall in my district."
What kind of inspection requires you to throw bowls and fists and things of this nature? I've never seen anybody inspect like that. If y'all know differently, let me know in the comments below.
We were fulfilling our lawful oversight responsibilities as members of Congress have done many times before. The charges against me are purely political. They mischaracterize and distort my actions. They are meant to criminalize and deter legislative oversight.
Hey, Pop Meat Kettle, because I saw you out there talking with Maxine Waters and that boy from Orlando. Make it make sense.
And indeed, federal law explicitly protects the rights of members of Congress to inspect federal detention centers for immigrants, even with zero notice that they are doing so. Now, this story only just broke. We reached out to Alina Habba's office, the U.S. Attorney's Office for the state of New Jersey, to ask if they got approval from the Public Integrity Section at Maine Justice for these charges they have now brought against a sitting Congresswoman. We have yet to hear back. We'll let you know.
All right, so that's hilarious. That is rich. Peyton, Rachel, listen, you guys really are talking about, a sitting member of Congress. How are you going to charge him? Yeah, no problem trying to charge the president on multiple occasions. No problem with that at all. That was nothing. And the only reason why you couldn't go forward with any kind of real sentencing, sending him to the penitentiary, is because he became the president. If not for that, y'all would have went ahead and done it to prevent him from being the president. So I'm not trying to hear any of the moral hand-wringing from the left at all on this issue. Now, as I close, I want to say this. I understand doing your job. If you have the right to inspect and do oversight, okay, that's one thing. But since when did that give you the right to punch ICE agents in the face or elbow them right in a sternum region? Like, since when did that actually give you power to do that? Listen, if y'all know more than me, please let me know in the comments, but I don't think that's how that works. And I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? What's your opinion about this whole LaMonica McIver situation? Should she get charged? based upon the video, based upon her powers and what you saw, should she get charged? Should she not be charged? Is it politically motivated? Is it only politically motivated when something happens to a leftist that they don't like? But then when you got cases against Trump and any other conservative person, it's not politically motivated? Make it make sense. But whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments below. You guys know where I'm at. I mean, clearly you cannot just do what she did. And if that's allowed to just persist and there's no kind of accountability, zero punishment, then that'll prompt the next person to do the same thing. Same thing with James Comey and the whole 8647. Now you got a bunch of these dweebs on social media doing the exact same thing because they were inspired by that, which was the whole point from the beginning. And it's obvious that was the point from the beginning. So again, until we hold people accountable for their actions, for inciting violence and whatnot in the streets, you're going to have more of it. As simple as that. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.